going on? Cole GZ. Just finished up GZ Black Week. I'm tired, but I appreciate all the support. We've been really busy. We're still kind of finalizing order shipments and all that stuff. But this is new release preview, date 12/5, December 5th, 4 p.m. Eastern and 11 a.m. Hawaii time. We have some restocking to do, so the next few weeks we're going to try and get quite a bit of stuff out there. If you've been following us for a while, you know we don't ever really do sales, so you won't see much for sales going forward until next year. It's just kind of our thing. We think the product kind of speaks for itself. That's all, especially the lures and stuff. They're all handmade, and you never know when they're going to be there and when they're going to be gone and when we can get them back. So that's just kind of our stance on that kind of stuff. But we hope that you're able to take advantage of it. A lot of guys took advantage of even like all of our tackle offerings. On the tackle offering side of things, you'll see coming out soon, we're going to be adding a bunch of products from Gemlux, like rod holders and dredge booms and things like that. You'll see those available coming out pretty soon. And then on Cortland, we're adding to our Cortland lineup. Right now all we have is their hollow core braid, but we're going to add more of their stuff. And then also coming out, I think maybe before Christmas, but if not, it'll be right after the first of the year. We'll have our first selection of rods that are custom built from De Hunter out of Dubai, and he does a phenomenal job. We did get some we had a customer that had some stuff he wanted ordered, and so we prioritized him. He's one of our good customers, and so I have some stuff I'm going to preview here coming out within the next week, because we got to get these shipped out really soon. But they're super nice, and we're going to have on top of rods, gaffs, hook pullers, all kinds of stuff. So he does a lot of really phenomenal custom work. So we're really excited about that. And I think that's just going to kind of take us up a notch as far as what we're able to offer. But, you know, all the other tackle stuff, a lot of guys took advantage of it. Leader, line, hooks, of course, all the rigging supplies, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that's it. But I'm excited about that for next season, particularly here on the northern hemisphere side within the mainland U.S. Like, we will be ready for hooking you guys up. So, yeah, excited about that. But stay tuned for more updates on all that. All right, just in a little bit more detail, we have the Hibby. So this is the standard Hibby, the regular one, the original. We did a bunch of ALOHA vinyl this round. So you got Mahi, Wahoo, and purple skipjack. Some of the colors have renovated a little bit or revised. You see a little bit more pink in their purple skipjack color. So ALOHA vinyl is designed by Captain Frothy Da Silva. He's been on our pro team. He also makes ALOHA lures, and his vinyl stuff is just really, really beautiful. A lot of really detailed work. So it's a little bit more of a I won't say a rubbery material, because it's not rubber, but it's a little bit more stretchy, which makes skirting a lot easier and things like that. But anyway, those all came out super nice. We have that Mahi shell Hibby. That was a kind of a requested one, and so we brought a bunch of those in, and we have a bunch of other popular colors there too. Below that, the reverse taper large tube. I honestly don't know the whole spiel about that, but on the label now it says large concave tube. It's the same thing as the reverse taper large tube, just a lot more heavy taper down on the back side of it, hence reverse taper. So we still call those reverse taper large tubes. We have those restocked. They've been out of stock. And then the large tubes just below that, a lot of different colors. Again, a lot of ALOHA vinyl, yellowfin, blue ballyhoo, wahoo, skipjack, and then some rubber skirted stuff from Blue Ocean. But those have been really popular. A lot of the guys in Dubai really like that large tube from Marlin Magic. So we've been selling a lot of them there. and a lot of them locally. I know Rajiv and the Elite Fishing app, those guys, they've been carrying our the Marlin Magic large tubes, and you've been getting a lot from there. So go check them out. They're actually about to receive a whole new shipment. So if you're in that UAE region and you're getting your stuff from him, just stay tuned. He's got a massive pile of lures that are about to drop over there. Peanut darts, those are the 4-inch baits. That's our last of the COGGIN peanuts that we had, and I'm getting some more stuff ordered because we ran out of some stock on some of the shapes. So, but those are the peanut darts, the little bullets that he makes. And then again, the Marlin Magic ones. This is the lava series. We got that kind of a Kool-Aid colored lava series. So we did some in blue, in the turquoise fish scale, and the what we call our electric blue color, which matches really well with that sort of turquoise / a Kool-Aid color. And then the large hard head above that with white shell. There's a couple options there. Medium poi dogs. I know we kind of went over these, but there's a lot of different colors. We did some petrolero, root beer, and you see like I really like that green pearl back. Those came out really nice. So we did some in Mahi to match that. We have yellowfin, different styles of yellowfin, firetails, and olive eve. And we haven't really had a lot of colored backs, especially like this one's a triple pour. We haven't had a lot of those except for recently. This is a black and red with mirrored inserts, and that we did that in Red Tiger from Firetails. And then of course you see the triple pour with the blue and yellow stripe there. Yeah, let's go with we'll cover all the or the Elite Kai lures. So this is a new shape. This is called the Tahitian Pirate. Excited to bring this one in. This is actually, there's a little bit of a story behind this. So I've mentioned before, because we did the 6-shooter, I think it was 2 weeks ago, from Elite Kai, which is an old Futa mold. Tom Futa was Sean Rotella's mentor, and Sean bought some of his original molds. One of them that he bought was a 6-shooter that we released a couple weeks ago, which we're now out of stock on. I need to get more of those. And also this Tahitian Pirate. So this is actually an old Tom Futa mold. It's like a 14-inch size, heavy tapered plunger shape, kind of. A little bit shorter nose, but it's sort of in that same mold as the, oh my goodness, the one we just did, with them, the custom one we did. I'm blanking right now. The big teaser we just did. It's kind of that same shape, the same head design, except for it's a much smaller lure, of course, a 14-inch versus a giant teaser. And then this is a slanted face. It's not a scoop. So it's kind of in that same reign as the shape of like a Dark and Stormy from Moyes. And I know that LS makes the Big Pete, and then the Big T Leopard is kind of that same shape, but these are a lot shorter, but they have that same taper where the taper starts in the very center and it's kind of even on both sides. But that Tahitian Pirate, he said he called it the Tahitian Pirate because I think it was Tom who said, he referred to one of the guys who requested that lure originally. He was a pirate in Tahiti who first wanted this lure shape or whatever. So that always stuck with Sean, and that's why he calls it the Tahitian Pirate. Anyway, more Mahi stuff we made is the large plunger and XL plunger. We've done some other insert work from him in those same two shapes, but the XL is a 16-inch, the large is a 14-inch. And all this is regular shell work, but kind of in a custom Mahi design. So those came out really nice. And then another one, we've released this in the past, at least the fish head one. This is the Nifty 50 or the N50. We have both the fish head Mahi and the shell work. So those are available. And then the last one, I sent most of these to Dubai because they were asking for a lot of these. But this is the Yakuza Mahi. It's a restock of that one. We only have one left. The rest of them, like I said, went to Dubai over there. And then the last piece is the Malolos. This was kind of a request from a customer who wanted some in. These are a little bit different than the other ones. They got a little bit more, I guess you could say, iridescence to them. It's sort of like a bluish purplish back, and the other one's like a purplish pink back. So we did these two in pinky, and the other ones we did dark blue, white over ice blue. Okay. Smash baits. I mean, these Dichro look really killer. These came without eyes, but we have a couple different colors of the Dichro. These are, yeah, and so of course the Dichro is a little bit more expensive, but then we came out with some of these mirrored baits without eyes as well. So those are all customizable if you want to add skirting to them, or you can buy just the head. And then we have some of our standard mirrored ones that we did with Firetails and Olive vinyl. But smash baits have been out of stock for a couple months at least. And then 9" plus, the KOYA 9" plus jets, we had at least one custom color. This one right here, well, one of our employees wanted to make this bleeding, we call it now the bleeding zebra. I think it was, I can't remember who coined it that. But apparently a lot of guys liked them, so we got in a bunch more. You can see a bunch more heads there. We'll have multiple skirted options, or for this one, or it's the same one, we'll just have multiple items. But so that one with the Black Beauty style, we did some of those in that bleeding zebra pattern, since everyone, well, I won't say everyone, but a lot of people liked it. And so that was a custom one, but I like this one too. We haven't had this shell before. This is like just a, I almost call it a canary yellow mother of pearl. It's like a really just a dark yellow. Those looked really nice. We did like a Mahi pattern on that, but we just did a bunch of different skirt options. But man, you guys, especially like our non-jetted ones over Black Week, I think they're almost all gone. We might have one left. So Eric, we're gonna have to order some more of those, buddy. And then lastly, we have the TANIGAWA 9" 2-hole bullets. This has been our most popular one since we started carrying his lures. So we brought in a bunch of them again. You can see a lot of new shell color patterns. So I think a few weeks ago we released the 4-hole version, the American Express, but this is the 2-hole. Some of his classic ones, which is, we call that the light colored rainbow, and then rainbow, or whatever Lon calls it. But those have been some of his original colors with the cracked glass. But you can see like the white, the blue, purple abalone here, and some really cool colors of shell work there. And we did a lot of different kind of variations of skirt patterns. I like some of his original colors with the cracked glass. But you can see like the white, the blue, purple abalone here, and some really cool colors of shell work there. And we did a lot of different kind of variations of skirt patterns. Tried to do some like triple skirting, where we have 3 colors on the top skirt saddle. Did feather sword. Anyway, it's there's a ton of options there. So if you're a fan of those, or what we like about them is they're very heavy. A lot of guys, some guys really like heavy bullets, especially to kind of stay down. But these TANIGAWAs are very heavy. They deal with a lot of rough water there. So it's just a different style of bullet than some of the other ones that we carry, especially with the 2-hole jets. But we really like the heaviness of those. And they'll catch marlin, tuna, you name it. So, all right, that's it this week. Again, another heavy week next week before the holidays. We're going to try and restock a lot of stuff. But yeah, hit us up with any questions. We'll customize, rig anything. You've been keeping us busy with all the hook rigs our guys have been having to build. So appreciate all that. But have a good rest of your week and happy holidays. Happy holidays, Greg.